What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you a review of the Kith collaboration with Marvel and Asics on the Gel-Kayano 14 Silver Surfer. Today's video is brought to you by Capsule. Capsule is a brand new product on the market which helps to preserve your sneakers and extend their lives by up to 2 times. So it's a very simple process. They offer these UV protective and airtight pods, which is where you store your shoes inside, and then you inject their secret sauce, which comes in the form of a cartridge. So this is a scientifically backed formula that not only pushes out the bad air containing the oxygen and the dirt, but it pushes in the preservative, which is the key to extending the life of your sneakers. So this tackles the 2 main reasons why your shoes age, fade, and crumble over time, which is hydrolysis and oxidization. And in my opinion, this is best used for those grail type sneakers, the one that you wear maybe a couple of times a year, and then the rest of the time they're sitting in a box on your shelf. They also recently launched Capsule Club, which is a subscription-based service. So if you have a ton of pairs in your collection that are just sitting on a shelf, this is probably the best way for you to save money. So check out their website, their socials, all that good stuff down below. Do your own research, make sure you're convinced first, and if you do decide to pull the trigger, be sure to let them know that I sent you. So this right here is the Silver Surfer Kith, Asics, and Marvel Gel-Kayano 14. This is part of Kith's Marvel Villains collection, which released back in August. So there was 5 different pairs of sneakers and a whole ton of accessories and apparel, just like the t-shirt I'm wearing right now. And even though the Silver Surfer is more known as a hero, he was actually originally created as a herald for Galactus. So he'd be going around the universe finding planets for Galactus to eat. So I guess in that sense, technically he was originally a villain, but I'd say at worst he was more of like an anti-hero or just a misunderstood character. Anyways, so these Gel-Kayano 14s, they dropped for a price of $190 US or $260 here in Canada. And this pair was the most expensive single pair of shoes in this collection, which makes sense considering the Gel-Kayano 14 arguably has more technology within it than the other 2 silhouettes. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging, and each box comes with this outer sleeve which has Kith Marvel co-branding on it, and we have an image of the Silver Surfer on the very top and Magneto on the bottom. On this side we have the Green Goblin, and then on the back we have Spider-Man and Venom. And then removing the outer sleeve, we have a colored box on the inside. So again, we have the 5 characters that are represented by the shoes, this time in color. And same thing on the side of the box, and we also have Marvel, Kith, and Asics co-branding here as well. And the shoes are contained within the box in this silver packaging, which has that same graphic that we saw on the outer sleeve. And like I mentioned in the Spider-Man review video, within each box they also contain a special edition Kith and Marvel comic. And though the shoes aren't done in blind box style, the comics are. So there's different rarities in terms of the variant covers, with the most common being the Group or Doctor Doom cover, and then they get progressively more rare with each color. So unfortunately for the Silver Surfer pack that I only got the common version of this, but just looking at the odds for each of the covers, I'd imagine that most people would end up getting this one. So taking a closer look at the shoes themselves, starting things off with the toe box, this is covered in this translucent mesh, so whatever socks you're wearing, they will be visible. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this silver iridescent overlay, which mimics the look of Silver Surfer's skin. Moving downwards on the lateral side, we have this textured silver material, and then covering the eyelets, we have more iridescent silver overlays with this vertical line detailing running down the length of the eyelets. Covering the lateral side of the mid panel, we have the signature Asics stripes. This is also done in this iridescent finish, and then next to this, we have more of that translucent mesh, but we do have a secondary layer behind this, so your socks won't be visible from the sides. Moving downwards, we have more silver layers, and we have Gel-Kayano 14 branding found on the lateral side only. And then on the heel of the shoe, we have Ronnie Feig's last name on the back of the right foot and the Marvel logo on the left foot. And then on the very top of the heel, we have this very tightly wound silver colored nylon. In terms of the laces, so this pair, just like all the rest of the pairs, they each come with 4 different lace options. So the standard lace that they come with is a very pale purple colored lace. It's almost like a mix of gray and violet. But if you're not feeling these laces, they also come with a darker purple colored lace, a cream colored lace, and a dotted white colored rope lace as well, which is a bit thicker in width. Underneath this, the tongue is covered in this gray or silver colored mesh, but we have this iridescent synthetic layer on the very top, with the Kith logo found on the tongue on the right foot, and the Asics logo on the left foot. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a very pale, very desaturated purple or violet colored mesh. And then for the insoles, these come with their standard foam line insole, but they feature a graphic of Silver Surfer And we have a metallic silver patch on the heel with Asics and Kith co-branding. So the upper of the Gel-Kayano 14, it sits atop this full-length EVA foam midsole, which is painted in this very pale violet sort of tone. We also have Asics gel technology, which is found on the lateral forefoot as well as on the lateral heel, and this is there to help with shock absorption and impact protection, and it's colored in a darker purple colored finish. And then for the outsole, this is done in this semi-translucent rubber, also in that pale purple sort of tone. So this is applied on both the forefoot and the heel. And in the middle, we have this translucent TPU shank plate, which is Asics Trustic technology, and this is there to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Silver Surfers. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like any other Gel-Kayano 14, so I personally go true to size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I got these in a size 10 and they fit me perfectly. Not too snug, not too loose, they fit me really, really well. So whatever your actual measured foot size is on a Brannick device, I'd go with that same size for this pair. Unless you have like a really, really wide foot, then you may want to consider going up a half size, but I feel like for the majority of people out there, true to size should fit you fine. Moving on to the comfort, so the Gel-Kayano 14, in my opinion, is a very comfortable sneaker. When I think of comfort on a spectrum, you have overly soft and cushioned, you have well balanced, and then you have more of a supportive but firmer feel. So if I'm looking at things that way, I have the GT2160 that I just reviewed, the Spider-Man pair. That one's more on the firmer side, whereas this one is more smack down the middle. So underfoot, you feel some of that compression and the softness of the foam, but it feels very supportive. But the thing I love most about the comfort of the Gel-Kayano 14 is definitely its support. I feel like it cradles the arches of my feet, giving me a lot of support, and this is definitely one of those models that I can wear for hours and hours on end, or if I'm going to be on vacation, walking around New York City or Disney World. The Gel-Kayano 14 has never let me down. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so the material quality unfortunately was nothing special. This is your typical Gel-Kayano 14, so it's all just built out of synthetic materials, no genuine leathers, nothing like that. But that's kind of expected now when you go into buying these 2010s era running shoes. The build of the shoe though I thought was okay. There weren't any major issues. The stitch job was relatively good. I did notice though there was quite a few glue stains around the upper, so that was a little bit disappointing, but it wasn't a real deal breaker. So let me know in the comment section down below, how is the build quality on your pair? So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. I have a feeling the Silver Surfer pair might be the most popular of this entire pack when it comes to the general masses. The Gel-Kayano 14 is a very popular silhouette for its comfort and looks, and I think the Silver Surfer pair is probably the most wearable of the pack, just because there's not too many colors on this shoe. It's basically just silver with these pale purple hits and these darker purple hits on the gel. So with that said, I think they did a pretty solid job on the design of this shoe. I reviewed the Nike Dunk Low Silver Surfer, and I think this shoe executes the look and the design of Norrin Red a lot better than the Nikes. I love the iridescent panels on this shoe. Just when you look at it from different angles or with different lighting, it's just reflective and it glows just like the Silver Surfer, which is really, really dope. But if there's anything I was surprised about, it's how purple the shoe was in real life. I was expecting something a bit more of a pure silver, but it does have quite a bit of these violet hits all throughout. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this Kith, Marvel, Asics Gel-Kayano 14 Silver Surfer. How do you rank this one compared to the rest of the 4 in the pack? And were you lucky enough to grab these as well? Did you strike out and pay resale for these, or you weren't feeling this design and it was a pass for you? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.